While visiting with Miguel, we got to see the Permaculture Artesian's ecological land services.
We're here with Teg at the Permaculture Center at Sebastopol. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do and how you came up with the concept, who came up with the concept, and what they're doing here to enrich people's education about permaculture.
Yeah. Well, I think it was originally founded by Eric Olson, who's a local permaculturist, a teacher and mentor of mine. And he, this is like just a field of grass, and had been just forgotten about for a long time. And there was a house here, 2 houses. And then he came and regenerated it 4 years ago. And it's like a guild of businesses. He has his design company and installation company. And then there's a school here, the classroom, which I'm a student of. And then also there's 2 farms on the site here. We have Red H Farm and then a flower farm up front. And I can speak about the school. Basically, I'm in both the programs. There's an ecological landscaper program and a farm school. And they all are based out of this beautiful classroom. And yeah, we have a bunch of teachers from all over the area and all over the state that come in and teach us. And it's a small, about 20 students, I think, in the farm school, and little more than 20 students in the landscaping school. It's basically vocational training, teaching us to use these permaculture skills and generate livelihood for ourselves and network with other people that are inspired to do the regenerative work.
What do you guys study in the permaculture architect?
Landscaping. So ecological landscaping. So basically just land care and earth care that's regenerative. And we've got a young student right here with a chicken. Looks like, yeah. And we're just basically to do things in a harmonious way where we're building soil and cleaning the water and creating food.
Can you show us through the garden a little bit? So?
Yeah, this is Katie Hatchmeyer's garden. She's a local woman who's basically got a little more than an acre, I think, and she grows for local restaurants and the farmers market here in Sebastopol. So she gets a little help from the farm school, but it's basically a one-woman show. She's got her winter crops going in here, and it's mulch and tomatoes, dry farm tomatoes there, and squash and kale and all sorts of yummy food. Enough food to feed a lot of people around here.
Looks amazing.
And it's all organic, and it's definitely a big improvement from the overgrown grass field. Plants a lot of different crops to guarantee security and resilience. But a lot of common crops, the kale and the peppers and sunflowers and tomatoes and squash. Yeah. We got beets and chard. I think the property gently slopes this way towards the back of the property through a network of swales. Not today. The water rolls into here and captures here. And it's a line pond. We tried to do a clay pond, but the soil wasn't correct here for it. So we put a liner in to guarantee that it keeps water in it all year round. And it creates habitat for the birds and the frogs and the fish and the insects and the dragonflies. And we're going to plant it up with a lot of plants. And it has a biofilter over here. The water's pumped through the solar panels into here. You can see it coming right now. And then it filters through all this rock and the plants here, and it cleans the water. And then it comes back into the pond, so the water's always cycling and circling and keeping clean and fresh.
It's amazing.
And alive. Yeah, and so it's a recent construction zone. We just had some machines in here and all the classmates, and we dug it out and moved the soil to the back there, and we're building another bunch of garden beds over there. And there'll be another pond there. This is also Katie's. Same lady that does that. She's doing this too.
Nice.
But we're planting some of the trees and stuff along the edge here, and herbs and flowers.
Then we went to the Solar Living Institute. They were one of the first solar retailers in the west coast of the United States, and they have an off-grid store that sells all different kinds of products that help people be more ecologically friendly. They sell compost toilets. They have all different kinds of books that teach people how to be sustainable. and they host a variety of events, including the Permaculture Convention, which has various workshops that teach people about permaculture while camping for days together to develop a community.
Hi, I'm John Schaefer. I started Real Goods back in June of 1978 in Willits, California, just about 40 miles north of here. We started as a store catering back to the landers who had moved up from New York, LA in the 1970s. We sold the very first solar panel in 1978 anywhere in the world. It was a 9-watt panel that cost $900 or $100 a watt. The same panel today goes for about $1 a watt. Prices come down 99%. Solar is everywhere. Made a lot of progress. We started the Solar Living Center, back in the mid-90s. We bought the property in around 92 or 93. It was 12 acres with nothing on it except for one tree. It was a dumping ground for California Department of Transportation highway rubble, and we turned it into an environmental paradise. So we have 12 acres, edible and useful plants. We got a 5,000 square foot store built from straw bales, cannabis dispensary on site, and there's over 40 site features, including a bamboo pyramid, a hops teepee, agave cooling tower, several ponds of running water, flow form designed by Rudolf Steiner that brings water into the oasis, and over 40 site features, including grow-through cars that kind of a nice counterpoint to the drive-through trees that are up north of here, showing how nature takes back the physical monstrosities of the 1950s, and nature bats last but bats best. And the whole site here is designed for people to come. We have 250,000 visitors a year. Here at the Solar Living Center, we try to incorporate a lot of the great things that are happening in the progressive world today, from regenerative farming, from organic farming and biodynamic farming, to aquaculture and aquaponics. So we have an organic vegetable garden behind me that is approved by CCOF, California Certified Organic Farmers. We try to do biodynamic demonstrations here myself. 10 minutes up the hill from here, I grow 14 acres of olives and 8 acres of grapes biodynamically. It's a Demeter certified garden. And we sell that olive oil that we make biodynamically in the store here. We have interns, typically 4 to 8 interns at a time. They're here in the summer months and the spring months. They do all the gardening in the organic vegetable garden. We have a little produce stand where they sell fruits of their labors. Right now we have lots of tomatoes and eggplants coming in, bell peppers and the like, but we try to put a big emphasis on the regenerative farming and try to encourage lots of farmers to come here, teaching lessons to our interns. Max Myers, who's kind of an aquaponic specialist, put a display out in front of the store. In that display, we have a fish tank with about 30 or 40 bluegill that we fish right out of the pond behind me. And in that display, you can grow 5,000 pounds of greens a year and 500 pounds of fish. So right now we've got things that are tolerant to summer heat, like tatsoi, bok choy. Before we've grown basil, we've grown kale and chard, and lots and lots of different greens. So we like to cater a lot to new methods of farming. When we started this place back in 1995, we had no idea it would get as popular as it has. It's now the #1 tourist spot between the Golden Gate Bridge and the Oregon border. Being 94 miles north of San Francisco, the very first spot where we go down from the freeway to a 2-lane highway where people have to slow down. So we have a natural captive audience. So when my wife and I bought the site back from the company we sold it to in 2014, we put a lot of energy in the last 2 years into making it even more beautiful, into putting more displays up, which you'll see around the site, and we want to increase our numbers of people. Just in those 2 years, we've gone from 120,000 visitors a year to 250,000 visitors a year. So our goal is to keep on growing it, to expose more and more people to this site. The idea is it's an oasis, it's a parallel universe off of Highway 101 where cars can turn in and find something that they weren't expecting to find, and gather some inspiration from seeing how you can do things right the first time environmentally, biodynamically with permaculture and aquaponics, where you can learn about alternative fuels, alternative transportation, and the right way to do things, solar, rechargeable, wind generators, electric vehicles. We're trying to put all of that into this one 12-acre site, pack in a lot of information, encourage people to take more classes. Our goal would be to have more and more hands-on interpretive displays. Just put in a new display on the creek which shows how the watershed works here and how we need to bring salmonoids back into the watershed. So more displays, more people, more inspiration, more of what we've done in the past, more events too to bring more people to the site.
Hey guys, my name is Caleb Gordon, and I'm currently the garden manager and intern coordinator here at the Solar Living Institute. We're sitting in the intern village right now where all the interns get to congregate. We're sitting on our cob bench, and I've been here at the Solar Living Center for the past 4 years. I found out about the institute through some friends when I had an interest in solar design and installation, and I came and took the PV 200 course, which was a design and installation course, a 40-hour course, certification in solar design and installation, and really fell in love with the site and just the programs here, the internship, the store, Real Goods, and really the mission that they're pushing in sustainable living. And so I took the summer installing solar panels, and then really wanted to learn more in sustainable living, learn about natural building and organic gardening. And so I came back the following year in 2014 and did the year-long internship and really got immersed into the program. I fell in love with working in the garden and learning about composting and biointensive gardening and just a lot of different practices around food cultivation. So that's kind of some of the main things that the interns get to work on while they're here at the site. We're maintaining the large organic certified garden. The produce goes to feeding the interns while they're here learning for the summer, as well as on-site farm stand sells to some of the general public. And they also get an opportunity to take some of the workshops that we offer here at the Solar Living Center. We have workshops in natural building, organic farming, aquaponics, solar design and installation, straw bale building. So we have a lot of different great workshops that we offer here, and it's an opportunity for the interns to really learn about practices in sustainable living. So this village here is a great example of all those practices kind of put into one. We have a kind of a permaculture designed village here. We host a few different events throughout the year. One of our main events is coming up at the beginning of October, called the Permaculture Convergence, and it's a great collaboration of like-minded folks in the permaculture field coming to share their skills and knowledge. And there's workshops and presenters and live music, and it's a great chance to get to see the site and, you know, its full potential. Really enjoy it.
Next, we went through the redwoods and onto the Mendocino coast to see biointensive farming in action. They grow as much calories as they can per square foot. You have 60% grains and the rest is vegetation.